Greetings. It is I, the Solo Gamer, back again, and I'm doing another part for my The Quiet Moment series. This time, I want to demonstrate a game that kind of defines what I'm talking about. A game that can go between quiet, not quiet, isolated terror and horror into bombastic action and back again, and does it absolutely brilliantly. This is Fear, and it is a game that released well over, I think, almost 20 years ago. And what makes it stand out is it was a game that took some of the Doom 3 concepts, or well, might be Doom 3. I don't know, when did this release compared to Doom 3? That's a good question, actually, now that I think about it. Doom 3 release August 3rd. Fear release date. So 1 year after Doom 3. 1 or 2 years after Doom 3, but within that range. This game came out and took all the concepts that Doom had failed to truly appreciate, going too far into the dark and losing a lot of its action chops. This game tried to find a balance between it while also mixing in a new type of supernatural horror, the sort of Chinese Grudge Ring little girl type thing going on, along with some Tom Clancy-esque military shenanigans and what have you. But for now, I want to demonstrate this, and I am going to run it on low difficulty simply because expediency and time. At higher difficulties, this game is brutal, and I don't have enough time to do a real decent video with this at higher difficulties. So I just want to get in and show you what I'm talking about. So for now, I'm going to be quiet and let you enjoy this undeniably immensely cool opening. You will notice the letterboxing on the side. That is a glitch in the video feed system. For whatever reason, it will not run this on my capture unit if I run it in any other feed. So hopefully this will do. All right, we're up and running. In 2002, the United States Army formed a secret unit dedicated to combating paranormal threats to national security. They named this unit First Encounter Assault Recon. This bodes poorly for us. Yeah, that's not good. That's not good.
Yes.
Sorry to wake you, Senator. It's about Origin.
What happened?
There was an uprising. Fettel has taken command of the prototypes.
My God.
We can still resolve this discreetly, but we have to move fast.
Oh, all right, all right. Let me make a few calls.
It's always the government and the corporations with these assets.
This wacko's name is Paxton Fettel. He's the key. If we contain him, we contain the situation.
Fucker's got an appetite.
I think he has an agenda. It's not just recreational. He's getting something out of it.
Essential vitamins and nutrients?
What's his story?
Property of Armacam Technology Corporation. They're working on a military contract to develop an army of clones that respond to a psychic commander. Top secret, of course. Fettel is one of the commanders.
You gotta be fucking kidding me. This is why nobody takes us seriously. Military clones?
A full battalion of them. Highly trained and heavily armed.
A battalion? What are we supposed to do against 1,000 super soldiers?
Like I said, we put Fettel down and it's over. Fortunately, the whole point of the program is to give commanders first-hand knowledge of the battlefield without putting them in danger. That means we should be able to corner the bastard without having to wade through all those soldiers.
How do we find him?
Armacam implanted a transmitter in his head. Should lead us right to him.
That's awfully convenient.
Assuming it does what it's supposed to. What about you, buddy? Ready to go to work?
You're putting him in the field? Are you crazy? He just transferred in a week ago.
You've seen his training results. His reflexes are totally off the charts. I think he can handle himself.
Whatever, man. It's your call.
Goddamn right it is.
Don't worry. You'll be fine.
Let's roll.
Welcome to Fear.
What's the first thing you remember?
Where are you taking him?
You will be a god among men.
We've tracked Fettel to an abandoned building just up ahead. No sign of enemy activity on the satellite, but don't take any chances. Jankowski, you in position?
Just say the word.
All right, move it out.
So yeah, welcome to Fear. Now I am running this with the GOG version. And I am running the Echo Point mod that gives this game better visuals and full controller support. Highly recommend it. It is very good. Rat, 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 rat. Go away, rat. I'm only sparing you because your rat queen would probably not be appreciative if I shot you. Well, fuck. Hey, Jankowski.
What took you so long? Try to find a way around.
Yeah, you hear this? You hear the sound? I don't know if you can pick it up on the system, but this game does immensely cool work with spatial audio. You constantly hear whispering and other shit. Health increase. Okay. So you constantly hear whispering, phantoms, all kinds of shit. It's a constant back and forth.
Why did you bring me here? Why'd you bring me back?
Now, of course, to be fair, the game does do a lot of the haunted house shit. But it's all well done in service to the game's... Oh, hey, you look familiar. Fucker. It's all well done in service to the game's atmosphere. Constantly putting you on edge. Constantly making you feel like shit's about to go down.
Hold on a sec. Come on. You ready? Go!
First major hallucination scene.
need you up here.
On my way.
Looks like we're too late, boss. Just leftovers.
The transmitter signal's coming from nearby. It's gotta be around there somewhere.
I'll wait here for Jin. You take a look around.
I cannot help but feel I'm being toyed with. The game also did a really good job of setting up like that this is not like isolated area. You're in a city. Also had decent glass physics for its area. Nothing special though. Hey, yo, what the? Yo, what the fuck?
The dead man's name was Charles Haberger. I remember him. But our memory is mine or hers. It makes no difference. He deserved to die. They all deserve to die.
Come in. Over. What's going on?
A whacking.
Signal. Comcast, this is Denmother. I hope you aren't busy. We've got a situation down at the harbor. What kind of situation? We located those soldiers you were looking for, but we're under orders not to engage until you guys reconnoiter. Understood. I've got two birds en route to your position. You should have a visual shortly. We'll be ready.
Yeah, you have slow-mo as a power. It's his superpower is perceptual readjustment. He can slow down time for himself. Allows him to be more accurate, more defensive,
Hey, back already?
more
See anything?
efficient.
You guys about done up there? Our day's just getting started.
You boys run along. I'll be busy here for a while.
Yeah, she's the forensic specialist and sniper of the team. Jin.
I've tried to forget. I've tried so hard to forget.
These men are from Fear. They're special attachments to our unit for the duration of this op. They will be on point. Their mission is to assess the nature of the threat. Our job is to keep them alive. Do not engage the enemy. Remember that we are not dealing with ordinary bad guys. Team 1 will move in from the southwest. Team 2 will approach from the north. Once our recon is complete, we'll rendezvous and wait for further orders. Okay, let's saddle up.
Now, if that voice from the commander sounds familiar, it's because he did that military stuff a lot. It is not Keith David, but I could understand why some people might think it was.
Denmother, this is Little Bird. We're on the ground.
Copy that. Proceed to first objective.
Since you're on point, see if you can get this gate open. I'd send one of my boys, but I think we need a specialist for this one.
Go fuck yourself. I'll be dead shortly anyway, I don't care. Hello, what have we here? Reflex booster. Increases your super slow-mo time. Notable when you switch weapons, it's just the up and it cycles through whatever you've got equipped. Right now I've got my submachine gun and my pistol, and that's it. Not going in there. This hallway is actually part of the benchmarking test. Shit's about to get bad. And she just somehow psychokinetically rips them to pieces. Jesus. So now it's just me. There it is, the unknown signal. Whenever supernatural shit's about to go down, that usually is an indicator.
Just started shooting.
All civilians have been neutralized. Echo 0, report. Echo 0, roger. Hold position and intercept hostile forces.
Here, intercept these bullets with your spine. Yeah, how about you intercept those bullets with your spine, asshole? So now we're into the action sequence. Whoa! Eh. Bad. The action... Yeah, that's not good. So you have armor for tanking injuries, and then health is, you know, critical. If you go to 0 health, you die. Someone was definitely up here. And I'm guessing they took off. So yeah, this game basically right now, if you break it down, the shooter part is more or less I mean, it's a super slow-mo Call of Duty-esque game. Oops. There I am getting myself all turned around. But basically the game bounces back and forth between two different approaches. The action and the feel.
All elements be advised that Echo 0 isn't responding. Command, this is Echo 7. Should we investigate? Negative. I'll dispatch a search team.
Surprise! Damn it. Nope. You've got 4 men down. And yeah, the slow-mo is... Now I've got one of the best weapons in the game. The dual pistols. Why are they one of the best weapons in the game? Simple. Whoa, what the? Huh. Went right over him, I guess. But yeah, one of the reasons they're the best weapons in the game. Good, decent rate of fire. And serious stopping power. Like, they're actually more powerful independently than the submachine gun, but they usually have a slow rate of fire when you only have the one. But... when you've got 2 of them, it jumps the rate of fire up immensely. Oh, there is company here. And not company I wanted. probably get around to showing it later on, but what you're seeing with these little electrical explosions and everything is there's an enemy you meet later called the Spectre, sort of a stealth commando. Gotcha. Right to his face, too. And see, they'll do that. They'll actually go through windows. They'll seek cover. They'll try and do stuff where they like outmaneuver you or outposition you. And now I got grenades and refill my armor, get more ammo too. Catch. Okay, I don't know if that hit him or not, but gotcha. Biggest problem with the pistols is you run out of ammo pretty quick because you don't pick them up again around normal enemies. So eventually it gets to be a good idea to switch back to your submachine gun for a while. But the game, especially at higher difficulties, it's always a balance between constantly refilling your ammo, keeping your health up, moving forward and trying to keep don't know if that caught his ass, but gotcha. Yeah, whenever you find... Now I've got the assault rifle, which... The assault rifle's great, but I don't have ammo for it. And here's the audio log equivalent for this game series. Gotcha. So yeah, this game is all about running and gunning and working best to outmaneuver your enemy. Now there are certain technical issues with it, with one of the biggest ones being that when this was created, the high resolution was limited. So you could only go so far with it. Tells you how old this game is. They still reference dictionaries. Ha ha! Liquefied. Part of the reason I come down here is because they've got these, and I need the ammo. There's the exit from this area. See you. Yeah. One thing about this game is that I don't know if it had been done before, but this is one of those games where it was one of the first games that was not hit scan, or at least that wasn't purely hit scan for some weapons. Almost every weapon in the game is an actual functional projectile. And that's why when you go slow-mo, you can see them coming out of the guns. We're getting right up on the next big moment, but I'm going to take this right to what's legendarily known as the first true Alma scene. And then, and then we'll pause it there, but, uh-oh. Jankowski, what the hell? Okay. I'm gonna take that as a no. Oh man, this shit just got weird. And to recharge yourself, you actually hit the the left thumbstick. So you gotta be careful with that, not to do that by accident. Whoa. So I'm guessing this was Jankowski's team that he dropped in with, and they ain't around no more. Storage, I guess. Holy fuck. Oh shit. Ow. That was definitely ow there.
He's alive.
Should I call in a medevac?
He doesn't appear to be injured, although I don't know how he survived.
Worry about that later. I'm reading Federal transmitter near that position. We gotta take that fucker out, fast. Jen, keep looking for Jankowski. I'm still reading his life signs.
You can't send him in alone, that's crazy.
He can take care of himself. Now move.
Alright, so we're gonna pause it here. The next video I'm gonna be doing will be the start of Fear 2, and then later on the start of Fear 3. And so you can see, as a demonstration, how the games evolved and grew over time. And then I will continue to show different parts of them as I go. But actually, the next time I do this, we're going to not be doing Fear 2 and Fear 3 right away. I'm going to show you the introductions to Fear Extraction Point and Fear Perseus Mandate. They were the two expansions that were made by the original creators before this franchise got bought out. And then once the franchise got bought out, it was then taken over by WB Games, who moved forward with it from there. So yeah, the next time we'll do Extraction Point. We'll do a 30-minute video about that. And then we'll do Perseus Mandate, do a 30-minute video on that. And then Fear 2, and then Fear 3. And we're going to do a whole series on the Fear franchise and how, through its introductory levels, you can see both how the games started and how they worked, and how as time went on they evolved and changed. But yeah, this game, in my opinion, does a better job of mixing the fear, the action, and the tension as any game has done before or since, by taking the idea behind Doom 3 was make it more horror based, make it more frightening, make it more terrifying. But in doing so, they lost some of the identity. What Fear did was take that same process and made it an identity to itself, which is why I loved it. I've beaten this game a dozen times. Anyway, I'm going to cut it here. But we will continue with the next video, and these are all going to be coming out fairly quickly. I'm going to try to do them in sequence, so if there's a gap, it's because I'm back to work. So, anyway, I'll catch you guys later. This is The Solo Gamer. I'm out.